The air is laden with moisture, warmed by the ever-present sun. This humid air rises, buoyed by the tropical heat, and begins its ascent into the heavens. As this moist air ascends, it encounters the island's diverse topography. Towering mountains and dense rainforests stand as sentinels, guiding the air upwards. The rainforests, with their thick canopy, contribute to this process, releasing water vapor through transpiration, adding to the moisture in the air. Monsoon winds sweep across the island, bringing with them additional moisture from the surrounding seas. These winds, powerful and persistent, drive the moist air higher into the atmosphere. As the moist air rises, it cools, and the water vapor within it begins to condense. Tiny water droplets form. These droplets gather, forming clouds that drift gracefully across the sky. Within these clouds, the droplets continue to collide and merge, growing larger and heavier. Eventually, they can no longer stay aloft. They fall to the earth as rain. A gentle shower that nourishes the land below. The rain descends upon the lush rainforest mountain range, cascading down leaves and trunks, seeping into the rich soil. Tiny streams emerge, their waters clear and cool, winding through the forest floor. These streams converge, flowing into tranquil lakes and mighty rivers. Borneo blue gold. Borneo experiences two monsoon seasons each year. The dry monsoon from May to October, and the wet monsoon from November to April. Despite this, the entire island is within an ever-wet zone, receiving between 2,000 millimeters and 4,000 millimeters of rainfall annually. This fresh water sustains life in myriad forms. Beneath the water, fish and other aquatic creatures thrive. Along the banks, plants drink deeply, while animals come to quench their thirst. The rivers and lakes provide for the people of Borneo, supporting agriculture, industry, and daily life. Borneo's freshwater is a lifeline, nurturing and sustaining the vibrant ecosystem of this tropical paradise.
Our rainfall is about 3,700 mm annually, and then this contributes to the water resources of Sarawak. It comes to about 460 billion cubic meters. And then just for information also, Sarawak has 22 river basins in the state of Sarawak. When we talk about water resource, especially those communities living at the, along the rivers, they really need the waters, the clean waters, a good quality of waters for their irrigation purposes, to irrigate agricultural land, and also to establish a new settlement. They need, normally they go for the rivers.
In the past, ancient villages, towns, and cities were strategically located near freshwater sources, rivers, lakes, and oases that provided life-giving sustenance. One such example is the Badayu mountain village of Kampung Kiding, perched high in the hills. This village was carefully situated near mountain streams, allowing its people to harness the pure, fresh water that flows from the heart of the mountains. Here, as in so many places throughout history, water is not just a resource. It is the lifeblood of the community, shaping the way of life and ensuring survival. In Sarawak, the story of freshwater supply has evolved through 3 distinct phases, each reflecting the changing needs and advancements of the communities that call this land home. The earliest phase is rooted in tradition, where communities in Sarawak relied on the natural abundance of rivers, streams, and rainwater. These sources were the lifeblood of the people, providing water for drinking, cooking, and irrigation. In the hilly and mountainous regions, villagers ingeniously developed gravity-fed systems, channeling water from mountain streams through bamboo or wooden pipes directly to their homes. These simple yet effective systems required little maintenance and were perfectly suited to the needs of the time. In areas where surface water was scarce, wells were dug to tap into groundwater. In Kuching's old bazaar, several wells once dotted the landscape, providing essential water to the community. While most of these wells have been buried with time, one remains, preserved within the walls of a Chinese temple, a silent witness to a bygone era. The second phase began with the advent of colonial influence. During the Brooke and British colonial periods, Sarawak saw the emergence of organised water supply systems, particularly in urban centres like Kuching. Simple piped networks were introduced, drawing water from nearby rivers and distributing it to the growing population. One of the earliest landmarks of this era is the Reservoir Park in Kuching, a testament to the city's early efforts to secure a stable water supply. The third phase represents the dawn of modernity in Sarawak's water supply system. As the population surged and urbanization accelerated, the need for more dependable water sources became critical. This led to the construction of large-scale reservoirs and dams, such as the Borneo Dam, which today serves as a vital water source for Kuching and its surrounding areas. Today, Sarawak's water supply system stands as a blend of tradition and innovation, continually evolving to meet the needs of its people. The evolution of water supply in Sarawak is a story of progress and a deep respect for the natural resources that sustain life. Nestled at the foothills of Mount Serapi, where crystal clear freshwater flows from the mountain's peak, lies a factory dedicated to capturing the pure essence of nature. This is the birthplace of Borneo Mineral Water, a brand that has long been a symbol of natural freshness in Sarawak. Here, the pristine waters are carefully harvested and bottled, preserving the natural minerals and purity that make this water so exceptional. Today, this iconic brand continues its legacy under the stewardship of Fraser and Neve Holdings Berhad, ensuring that the freshness of Mount Serapi's waters reaches every corner of the region.
We have presence in Sarawak since 60 years ago that we have started. But back in 2004, we acquired Borneo Springs mineral water plant. So this Borneo Springs mineral water plant is essentially the manufacturing site for all our drinking water and mineral water produced in Sarawak. And over here we produce both drinking water and mineral water. Borneo mineral water plant has been set up since 1992, and since then it has been the only mineral water source in East Malaysia. It is the earliest brand here in Sarawak. So that time we only produce mineral water. Yes. So in this factory here in Matang, we produce both drinking water and mineral water. So drinking water, we have a very stringent process where we go through a 6 steps filtration process. So our process is actually very unique. We use a membrane, and filters that is imported from Germany. So this 6 filtration essentially filter out all the impurities, all the pollutants, including the odor as well as the taste. The outcome of that purification process, you get a very refreshing drinking water that you can be very assured of in terms of quality and safety. In Malaysia, we have very strict guidelines on drinking water classification and labeling. So, but having said that, basically most players or local players, they will draw water from the city council, and then they will go through a certain manufacturing process, which may be 2 or 3 steps of filtration. And there are a lot of what we call the RO players, reverse osmosis players. But essentially what it does is that it draws everything from the water. So you don't get the natural minerals or the benefit of the actual water source. So for F&N over here, when we go through the 6 steps purification, filtration process, we essentially just remove the pollutants or the unwanted materials from the water, but we retain the essence of the water so that consumers can actually enjoy the taste as well as the benefit of drinking water. This is a very unique site. So we are at the foothill of Mount Serapi. So over here you can see that there's no heavy industry, there's no other industry factory that's being set up. So from the foothill of Mount Serapi, we are able to draw the catchment from the rainwater into the Mount Serapi, and we draw it from underground. So underground it becomes totally uncontaminated and as pure as you can get. And as you know, over here we have our Borneo rainforest. So Borneo rainforest is close to 130 million years old, and the natural purification process of this water become very precious. Yeah. So you can really taste the freshness of the rainforest if you drink a Borneo spring mineral water. Our well that we are drawing out from the ground essentially is all sealed up. So no person or unauthorized personnel can actually access it. Yeah. And our filling area is also 100% sealed up. So there's also no third party or unauthorized person that can go access the area. Any access to the manufacturing area, disregarding who, will have to be on full attire to make sure that they are well, with the hairnet and coat to ensure that they don't contaminate the area. And at the same time, we are also a certified HACCP. We have a HACCP certification, so that certification actually ensure that we are maintaining a certain quality and standard. We are also pursuing the ISO 9000. Yeah, so with that, raise the quality standard of our manufacturing process. We are also the only one in East Malaysia who are certified halal drinking water. We have, over the last few years, in F&N side, we have implemented a lot of automation, yeah, so to ensure efficiency and so on. So our palletizers and all are all automated. Previously, the packers are manual. So now we have a higher output from the manufacturing lines. Now on top of that, we have also recently launched our Borneo Spring mineral water. Our Borneo Spring mineral water essentially utilizes the latest technology that we have in the manufacturing process. So over here, our new manufacturing line essentially use the packaging from Tetra Pak. So it's almost like a paper carton. And we also use a recyclable cap that is made from sugarcane. Yeah. So this is what part of our endeavor for sustainability, because as you know, we are one of our largest producer of drinking water and mineral water in East Malaysia. So what we attempt to do is that how do we ensure that our products in the longer run are able to be sustainable. Yeah, so this is one of our initiative to kickstart the process. So on top of that, we also do a lot of CSR initiatives because what is important is water is actually very precious. Yeah. So while we produce and we make available our drinking water to the local community, we want to ensure that this source can remain sustainable in the long run. So we have a fair bit of local initiatives where we encourage local villagers to make sure that the water sources are clean. So for the drinking water, our ambition is to set up more manufacturing sites throughout the East Malaysia region so that everyone can enjoy our Ice Mountain drinking water. Now for Borneo Springs, that we are looking to export this to the entire world, where everyone from the world will be able to enjoy the rainforest taste with our Borneo Spring mineral water.
These waters, whether flowing from the heights of Mount Serapi or cascading through hidden waterfalls, are more than just a resource. They are the lifeblood of our communities, the sustenance of our industries, and the inspiration for our future. In every drop, there is a story of resilience, of tradition, and of progress. As we continue to protect and cherish these natural wonders, we honor the past and secure the future for generations to come.